Demon Souls walkthrough for ArmageddonGaming.com. Oh yeah, this is him. Yeah, I almost die right off the bat. I get stuck. Alright, so if you think you're having a hard time with this boss, well, you probably are going to be amazed by this fight. Okay, you won't be amazed, but... this is Maneater. This is arguably one of the hardest bosses in the game, maybe even the most. Personally, I think Flame Lurker is harder. Because Maneater is not nearly as fast and relentless as Flame Lurker. It's very difficult to do anything with Flame Lurker because he doesn't give you the chance, but Maneater has a tendency to run away and let you cast things. So first off, warding, you need it if you're going to be doing this melee. No excuses. He's pretty much exclusively a melee dude, and he'll do a lot of damage very quickly. As you can see, warding does a really good job of allowing you to tank a lot of his hits. And running in and getting a hit like that, and then taking a small punch yourself or getting hit by that isn't actually a big deal with warding at all. Yeah, and he does a number on your stamina as well, so a lot of health and warding. Never go up against this guy without warding, unless you have to and you're gonna die if you don't. But he can be tricky. As you can see, this is the first time I've done it, and holy shit, there's two of them. Yeah. The reason why a lot of people think that this boss is hard, right here. There's two of them. And they like to tag team. At least most of the time they'll tag team. In this case, they decide to attack me at the same time, which is very unlike them. They usually don't. This is probably the hardest fight I've ever had with the Man-Eaters before. I fought them a number of times. And my first playthrough was never this tricky. I'm surprised I didn't die. But you're going to need to really take your time. Whenever you have the chance, get your magic up, get warding. I did have to grind my magic a bit. I thought I was done right here as well. I did have to put, I think I have about 17 points into magic for 3 slots. You only need 2 for warding. And you get warding from Sage Frake, who we have saved. And he'll be in the Nexus as soon as you save him. When I got that key, back in 3.1, 3.2, 3.1, I did go back and save him. You will need to do that. He won't magically get back to the Nexus himself. I didn't show it because I already showed you where he was, and he's not that hard to get to again once you have the key. And you need to get warding from him, which I believe you use a... Yes, you have to trade him the Tower Knight's Demon Soul for. Which, all the best spells always require you to trade a Demon Soul. So we did that. That's why it's important to have saved that that soul up until this point, so you can buy this spell. I also have an enchant weapon, which isn't that useful, so don't really worry about it. Warding helps in this fight so much, it's unbelievable. You're going to need to bring a lot of grass because it's going to be a long fight, particularly if you have to fight him multiple times. And as you can see, I'm using this sort of the brazier as a shield. That sort of shockwave attack can't really get through it. Some of his other attacks can, which you will see, but it's very useful for sort of kiting him around back and forth. For the most part, you're going to want to try to kill one of them very quickly, so keep this a one-on fight as much as possible. But this fight isn't easy. I actually did this on my first try, which I was kind of amazed about. I thought I was dead right here, but they, as you can see, they bug off kind of from time to time. They don't always. Warding to save my ass right there. As I said, never go into this fight without warding on. It's very easy to fall off as well. Their little charge move will knock you off, which it almost did right off the beginning. This fight is a lot of everything. The only thing it doesn't have much of is magic. But you will see a little bit towards the end once he starts getting low on health. They bug out a lot more and they get very conservative. There's the dog again, right on cue. He wants to cheer me on. That right there is not good. You can't block it. It doesn't hurt too much if you block. As you can see, I'm out of magic. Definitely make sure you have a lot of fresh spice in. Getting warding on yourself is the most important thing. As you can see, I'm running away. Even if you have to cast warding and he's going to get a hit on you because you're locked in the animation, that hit is worth it. Because it's very easy for him to one-hit you without it. And you're really going to have to multitask. You're going to have to go back and forth between your catalyst. I am using the silver catalyst, which we did get in the last area 3-1. So you're going to have to go back and forth between that and your shield, between your grass and your old spice or your fresh spice, whatever you have. I thought I was done right here. There were a few parts where I thought I was done. But if things really look grim, running away will generally help. They're not particularly fast. They're not nearly as fast as a Flame Lurker. But they're very good at coordinating their attacks. I don't know what this guy was doing. And you saw it a little kind of earlier. They do it again later. He does like some kind of spell thing where he like all this yellow shit starts spewing out of him. That's a really good time to hit him. But when he does that, it's going to make him a little bit harder to kill. He's not going to take as much damage. It's kind of like his own warding. But yeah, this is a good melee strategy right here. And I'm surprised I was able to kill him. And he gets one hit away from death, and then I can't hit him again for like 3 minutes. I thought I was dead right there, and then warding falls off. Always retreat when you don't have warding. I can't stress that enough. There will be time for you to cast it, and hopefully you brought enough fresh spice for this. I keep trying to go in there and get one hit, but they keep fucking like dodging and jumping back and shit. They get smart. When they start dying, they really get bitchy. And as I said, this is one of the hardest fights I've ever had with them. I'm sorry to say, it's kind of random how aggressive they are. I've never really seen them this aggressive before. See, it was getting nasty. They kept timing their attacks too to hit me right when I got up. It's not nice. Thankfully, I'm able to get that hit on. He's done. There's only one left. Only one. Only a second boss. Another good thing warding does is prevents you from sometimes getting knocked down and sometimes getting like kind of stunned. So you can still, even if you're in an animation, an attack animation, you can still get off your attack even if you got hit first, which is great. It gets a lot slower right here. And as soon as you kill one, the other one is very conservative and almost borderline buggy. He has this tendency to kind of fly away really, really slowly, and then not do anything, which kind of is painful on your warding. But you really don't want to go in there without warding. That almost hits me. As you see, warding falls off again. I need to put it back on as quickly as possible while he's not around. And what he does right there is kind of a bug. I'm not sure why he does that. I make a very dumb move. Not right now. I try to take out my bow to shoot him and get him to come back, but when I do that, I have to take off my catalyst, and then warding runs out. I show it to you later. Well, you will see it later. But it's kind of tricky to get some hits on. Usually you can only get one on, and then he has a tendency to run away. See, here he's doing his stupid yellow spell. I was able to interrupt it. You have to sort of taunt him a bit to get him to come down. As you can see, I get hit by that soul shit. It's pretty easy to dodge, but it's not too big of a deal if it hits you. It gets pretty tense from here on out, because you really don't want to fall off, but I have died here before, and that's not fun. So take it slow, move at the pace that he moves, let him come down, don't try to do anything stupid, like hit him with arrows unless you have an arrow build, but sort of what I'm going for right here is these small hits. I think I put on enchant weapon, which, if you have extra time, go for it, and if you even have it, go ahead and use it, but it doesn't help that much. It's not very good on two-handed weapons. Warding falls off right here. I need to make sure I get that back on. Yeah, very slow from here on out. This is where I decided to shoot him with an arrow, which is a really dumb idea. Don't do this. I'll show you why. This is the closest I come to death. Shoot him right in the butt. He gets very angry. And decides he wants to go berserk on my ass. Which you will see. It's not fun. Luckily, the shield helps quite a bit sometimes against his attacks. I do get some good hits on him, which is a good thing in some way, but you need to balance that with being hit yourself. Yeah, as you can see, he can hit you through that. And right here is where my warding falls off, and I'm like expecting him to fly away, but he doesn't. In fact, he decides to chase me. And I don't have my catalyst equipped anymore, so I need to have time to put it back on. So right now he does his spell, so I need to quickly put it back on and cast warding before anything happens. Luckily, what he's doing right now takes a really long time. I'm still able to get a hit on him. But I do significantly less damage because of what I did. But luckily, he decides not to run away very much anymore. So I'm able to whittle him down. But he was a little bit stronger for a few more seconds because of all that yellow spell thing he did. And sometimes it'll target his tail. I think it does a little bit more damage, but I don't think it makes too much of a difference. I probably should have hit me, but it didn't. I need to back away because I run out of stamina. Try to wait for him to come back. He flies back one more time. I think this is where I finish him. Sometime around here. I think I decided to go in without warding as well. Probably not the best idea, but either way, that'll be enough to kill him. Very, very tricky boss fight, but I kind of like it. It's kind of fun. And I don't think it's as hard as Flame Lurker. You don't have to glitch as much. Frankly, I don't think there are very many glitches for this guy. But that is it with 3-2. Maneater's dead, the second, one of the really hard bosses in this game. Thanks for watching. Next video we are going to go kill the old monk.